Hi, this is Ryan Fiore from Velocivaper.com with another mod review for you. Today I received the SnowWolf Mini, the 75 watt temperature control device. It's supposed to be released on November 20th. I received it from asMODus USA. I've been using this device for maybe about 3-4 days and I'm pretty happy with it. It's got some features on it that I liked over the Sigeli 75 and some of the other devices that I've been using. For the basics stats on the device, the size of the device is 83 millimeters by 45 by 24 millimeters. It weighs 176 grams. The output wattage on it is 5 watts to 75 watts. It does temperature control for both nickel and titanium. The temperature range is 100 degrees Celsius by 350 degrees Celsius, or 212 Fahrenheit to 662 degrees Fahrenheit. The atomizer resistance range on it is 0.05 ohms to 2.5 ohms, and that's on both the temperature control and on wattage. So inside your box you get your standard user manual, the warranty from asMODus USA, and then you get your device. And it actually came with screen protectors on both sides, like a plastic film that I removed when I ended up getting it. So overall, I mean, the device is very, very tiny. It's a little bit thicker than some of the other devices that I have width-wise. But it doesn't bother me at all. And just to give you a comparison, so here's the Kanker sub tank. So it's about the same size, but it's a little bit longer. I mean, for the difference of what it can do is pretty significant. And then here's the 75 watt Oni edition for the Sigeli. So it's shorter and it's a little bit wider, not by very much, and it's also a little longer. So the actual device itself has the battery magnet cover, and then it comes with the USB charger and for updates. And then you have your battery port with the ribbon pull on it. So just to get a battery in there. And then it's got the magnetic connectors. There is a little bit of rattle, as you can hear. It's not something that really bothers me. I don't know if it would bother you, but that's one thing to take into consideration. But the actual device itself kind of goes along with how the Sigeli looks. So it's the standard 5-button push to turn it on. And then I actually have it in titanium mode. I'm going to show you that first. And but overall, it's 510 connector, threaded, obviously. It's got a spring-loaded 510 connector. It looks like this one's copper also. I'm not 100% positive. It's either copper or brass. I'll end up trying to contact them and see if I can get an answer to what the connector is actually made out of. It's got the vent ports on bottom, and it also, I mean, if the battery vents, this would end up coming off anyway. OLED connector, power button, plus up, plus down. And then it's made of brushed stainless steel all the way around, and it's got the laser engraved SnowWolf logo on it. So in your titanium mode, so to actually switch modes, it's the same thing as the Sigali. You press the both up and down buttons, and then it gives you the choice between nickel, power, or titanium. And then when you want to pick it, you just press the fire button. So I have a titanium coil on here on the Squape RS, and I've actually been vaping with this for a couple of, I mean, since I got this, I put in the titanium coil to see how it would do. I've already done the atomizer resistance. I haven't fired it in a while, so I can do it again. So it's the down button and then fire button, and then it comes up with your atomizer resistance. So it says 0.28 ohms. So, and one thing that's actually unique about this that I haven't seen on any other device is you're only setting your temperature, and you're not setting wattage, joules, or voltage. It's calculating it itself. So it's just giving you whatever it takes to get to that temperature, and then whatever it takes to maintain that temperature. So this is at 400 degrees. And it starts to die down as my juice starts to get low. So I haven't burnt the wick. I mean, that's probably the longest I've fired it since I got it, because I normally do about 5-second pulls. But if you look at it, it's only got a little bit of brown in the center, and that's probably more from me using it over the last couple of days than me firing it just right now. And the temperature seems to be pretty accurate. And that's the nice thing about mods that actually have titanium on it, and that's the main reason why I wasn't using titanium before. And I hate using nickel because it's just a pain to use, and the ohms are so low that it's very difficult to get your coils within that range. So the titanium's a better option. The better option on top of that would be stainless steel, from what I've been reading. I haven't had a chance to use that either, and I'd like to get ultimately a mod that can use stainless steel for temperature, and I think that'd be a lot safer than having to watch your coils with titanium and make sure there's no titanium dioxide building up on the actual coil. And you normally don't have an issue with it as long as you're not straight dry firing the coil. You just want it to turn a nice blue color, and then beyond that you're done. So to show you, I've got my twisted messes, and this one is, I'm gonna go to power. So same thing, up and down button, switch to power, and then press power. And I've got it turned all the way down because I was making the titanium coil before, and you want to fire it, when you do fire it, at an extremely low wattage. So I'm going to turn this one up. And it scrolls extremely fast, which is wonderful, because I'm not a super patient person. And it also has the same thing as the Sigali 75. Obviously, you can hear the clicks. They're pretty loud. But the buttons are extremely firm. I'm getting no rattle out of them at all. And that's one very important thing for me on these devices is having problems with the batteries or the buttons failing over time. So what this one here is a 0.39 ohm. I've got a dual fused clapped-in coils. So as you can see, at 75 watts, this device puts out a lot of power, and it's more than enough that I need for, at least with the basic coils. I'm not like completely sub-ohming on it, but at 0.39 it is not a bad place to be. I get an excellent flavor out of it, and as you can see, I already made a mess of the device. But other than that, it has the same lock feature where you press the hold the up button and the power button, and it'll lock it. And then you do the same thing to unlock it. If you want to switch between Fahrenheit and Celsius, let's get this back on here. And switch back over to titanium. So if you want to switch between Fahrenheit and Celsius, all you have to do is press and hold and let it scroll all the way through to the maximum, and it'll switch over to Celsius. And then you do the same thing. You can press and hold either button. So I'm pressing and holding the down button now, and it scrolls all the way through and then to Fahrenheit. So extremely easy device to use. I think it's a very beautiful device. I like this, the SnowWolf setup. I've always liked the way the SnowWolfs look, with the black, and then I'm sure they'll start coming out with a whole bunch of colors for it, and we'll definitely end up looking for those. But like I said, this device will end up being released on, I guess the estimated release date is November 20th. And I'll put a link in the description below where you can pre-order it from asMODus. And thank you for watching, and